Moving on, the Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs Gilad Erdan is now blasting the European Parliament, and specifically MEP Manu Pineda of Spain, for the recent invitation and inclusion of two PFLP terrorists at a parliament event in Brussels. And here now with more is former Israeli ambassador to multiple countries, Yosef Livne. Ambassador, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
as
for
always.
having me.
All right, so my first question, where does this hypocrisy come from? Because the EU has listed quite clearly that the PFLP is a terror group.
I think that we have to take into consideration that the parliament itself is a conglomeration of many parties and many opinions. And unfortunately, we've seen time and again that people whom we consider terrorists and who are really fall within the definition of terrorists are invited or can come and go outside the European Union. I don't know what drove the European Parliament to invite declared terrorists. I think that it is an issue that should be taken by our people in Brussels, in Strasbourg. And look, this is a very difficult issue. It's something that you have to repeat again and again and again and again. And even though sometimes it may look futile,
sure,
I think this is the way to do it.
Well, I mean, I want to get back to that, to what Israel could possibly do, how Israel can respond beyond, Gilad Erdan sending angry letters, if there's anything that Israel can really do. But I mean, I also wanted to know, because going back to my first question, press a little bit further, if the EU says that such and such is a terrorist organization, regardless of who it is, then as an individual who is, to invite a member of the PFLP to Spain is one thing, but to a different organization that declares them a terrorist, that's another, is it not?
Well, the question is, where are we going from here?
Right.
Is the European Parliament, is someone within the European Parliament going to question
Sure.
the decision to invite those people? I think that there are a group of parliamentarians who are friends of Israel, and I'm sure that our people in European capitals will approach those friends of ours and will try to convince them to at least inquire who stood behind the initiative to invite declared terrorists to address the parliament. It is something that is not done, definitely not.
And do you predict that, that is an eventuality that might come of this, or is this sort of one of those things that's going to get brushed under the rug, in your opinion?
I have no way of knowing, but I'm
course.
sure that my former colleagues, namely the people are Israeli diplomats, who are really committed to their jobs and good professionals. And they will take up this matter with people in the different capitals, in the different European parliamentary groups, especially with our friends. And you don't have to be an avid friend of Israel to raise a question. If someone is declared a terrorist, then how come he's invited?
Right.
So it's something that goes beyond just friendly relations.
All right. Well, Ambassador Livne, thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. Thank you.
Thank you.